Hello, Mr. Ali. Okay, Zubaydah is here. Wagif is here. Zubaydah also, Tariel, is Zubaydah your classmate or schoolmate?
She's in my school, but she's not in my class.
Uh,
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. Oh my God, she has missed a few lessons. That's why I forgot. She is in my class, yes.
Good. Okay. So guys, are you ready? Shall we start the class?
Yes.
Yes, mister.
Yes, Mr. But
Thank
there are
you.
5 people.
Hello, Mr. Kazım.
Hi. Okay, guys, if you are ready, I am starting. Today we will actually study a very important topic. As I told you, word problems. Okay.
Mr.
If you
Kasim,
can,
Mr. Kasim,
yes.
I just looked and she is my classmate only in math A stream. Like we have streams. A stream, the highest one, like she goes with me, but she's not in my 7A class. Like other subjects, we don't go together. I wanted to clarify.
I see. Zubaydah, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Okay, guys, just a minute. I'm starting now. All right. 2 more people here. Okay, Rahim and Adnan. Guys, let's start. Algebraic equations and simple inequalities. Now, so far, actually, we practice a lot of algebraic equations. And in general, solving equations, the idea, the technique, the method is the same, right? What is the idea?
Hi, Mr. Kashim.
Hi. On the left-hand side, if you have algebraic expression, on the right-hand side, algebraic expression, equation means that we are claiming that for some value of this x, right, or unknown, left-hand side is equal to right-hand side. So to do this one, we have to simplify, right? And unknowns, we have to take to the left-hand side and constant to the right-hand side. By some algebraic manipulation, we just leave x alone on the left-hand side and take everything on the right-hand side. That is how we solve the equations. Now, solving equation, yeah, sometimes a big deal, but usually just we follow the fixed rules, okay? But solving word problems require more than that, okay? Number one, to solve word problems, you need to have good command of English, right? Number two, vocabulary. Number three, you need to know the meanings of mathematical terminologies, right? And after that, also, you need to have a good experience. Otherwise, if you don't understand, you cannot convert the word problems into algebraic equations, and we cannot solve this. The most important thing is, as Professor Einstein said, understanding the question means that just solving it for 95%. Okay. Understanding is the most important thing, because if you don't understand, you know the technique and everything, but you don't understand the problem. How can you solve it? Okay. So one of the most powerful mathematical tools to solve problems is by using an equation and solving it. And by using an equation and solving it means that using algebra to solve the problem. That is one of the really most important and the most powerful tool. And a lot of problems in physics, in chemistry, in biology, in science, in engineering, whatever it is, in business, they are solved using algebra. So we shall look at this problem solving method more closely. Alternative methods will be shown too if they are shorter and easier than the method of using an equation. Okay, so next step is setting up equations. That's the most important step. Now we are going to do a few questions, guys. You are going to read and we are going to discuss and write this quickly. And after that, step by step, we start solving this kind of questions. And after we finish the question, I am going to give you a lot of word problems. Now try to solve at least 10 word problems every day, at least for a few days, okay? And once, if Rahim says that now, Mr. Qasim, I became an expert in solving problems. You just tell me any problem, I can solve this, okay? You have to actually read this level. And as you see that just solve like maybe 70, 80 problems. Again, I mean, keep solving this. You will see that it gets easier and easier and easier. Okay, Rahim, let's start with you. Read question number 1.
When I subtract 3 from a number, the result is the same as if I halve the number. Find the number. The number is 6.
Okay. The first time, I don't know, that's human nature. The first time you read this, we do not understand much. We just see only the general picture of the problem. Okay, that's why usually in word problems, the good method is just scan it. What does scan it mean? Scan it means
Find
just
keywords.
read it quickly, right? Read it quickly. You don't have to understand every detail. All right. And after that, okay, we are talking about something. And the second time, read a bit slower and try to understand every phrase or every sentence. Now we will read again. When I subtract 3 from a number. And as you see here in English, right, A means it is an indefinite article. What number is it? I don't know. If I say the number, you know what number I'm talking about. If I say a number, that can be anything, right?
Unknown.
Anything. So I just here, suppose, I don't have to write everything here. Suppose that number is X. So I'm looking for this number, right? At the time here, we are saying that if when I subtract 3 from a number, so that means that we
Can
are
I say
talking
how you
about
write it?
this expression, right? X minus 3. And the result is, that's my result now, is the same as if I had half the number. So that is
Equals
the same
X divided by 2.
Yeah, 1/2 times X, or just X over 2, the same thing. So we are talking about this. So the whole question actually can be described by this very simple equation. As you see here, that's why in one equation, we can express thousands of different problems. That is the very key point. And that's why we say that algebra is very, very powerful tool to solve problems. Now we have to solve this problem. How can I solve this? Again, we have to take all unknowns to the left-hand side and the numbers constant to the right-hand side. Here I have X, 1/2X take to the left, so it changed sign, 1 minus 1/2X. And -3 to the right-hand side, here we have 3. Now, we don't have to simplify this. We have already learned, right? So 1 minus 1/2, right? The coefficients, that's equal to 1/2x is equal to 3. Now, if you multiply both sides by 2, right? I'm just doing the same thing. 2 times 1/2 is equal to 1. So on the left-hand side, I have x. On the right-hand side, we have 6. So that's our mystery number, right? As you see here, so if you subtract 3 from 6, 6 minus 3, it is 3. But if you halve it, right, that means if you divide it by 2, we get the same result. Tariel, read question 2.
The sum of two consecutive odd numbers is 64. Find the numbers. The two numbers, sum of two consecutive odd numbers, 64.
So the sum, we know what does sum mean, plus we are adding two numbers, right? And 2, we know what does 2 mean, consecutive odd numbers, right? And also
Mr.
all we
Qasim,
know odd numbers, right? 1, 3, 5, 7. When you divide by 2, the remainder is 1. Those numbers are called odd numbers. And how about consecutive? Consecutive means followed by another. Okay, that's the definition of consecutive. For example, let's say if I'm writing natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, blah, right? Here, what is followed by what number? 2. That means that 1 and 2 are 2 consecutive natural numbers. And how about 2? 2 is followed by 3. So 2 and 3 are 2 consecutive natural numbers. And here, however, if I say 3 consecutive natural numbers, then 1 to 3, these are 3 consecutive natural numbers because these numbers come actually together, right? 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. These are consecutive natural numbers.
Mr.
But here
Kasim,
we're talking about odd numbers, right? And we're talking about two odd numbers. And we know that 1, 3, 5, right? If you just pick any two consecutive odd numbers, then your difference is 2. That means that if our first number is, I don't know, let's say it is n,
X,
what will be the next number?
n plus 2.
Very good. The next number will be n plus 2 because the difference is 2. So we are
Mr.
talking
Kasim,
about these two numbers. In the question, it says that the sum of these two consecutive odd numbers, that is n plus the second number is n plus 2. That is
equals
equal to
64.
64. So now if I simplify and keep the unknowns on the left-hand side and constants take to the right-hand side, n plus n, that's equal to 2n, and 64 minus 2. Actually, these steps now you should do mentally, okay?
Yes.
So 2 times n equals 62.
31.
Now, what is n? N is 62 over 2. That's equal to 31. But
Yes.
now we're not done yet, right? Because here in the question is asking two numbers. So dot, 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 if the value of n is 31, so the first number should be
31 plus 2.
and the second number is 33.
Yes.
So those two numbers are 31 and 33. Professor Ali, are you there?
Yes, Mr. I'm here.
Okay, read question 1.
In each of the following, let X denote the unknown
Derive an
derived an
equation.
equation involving X. A.
Okay.
When a
What does-
certain number is
What does
increased by
involving mean,
7, the
Mr.
result
Ali?
is 18.
Mr. Ali, stop. What does involving mean?
Like,
Containing.
Very good. Containing, right? So Ali, here in grammar, right here we have comma, and here we have full stop, right? And here we have colon. What does it mean actually? You need to take a breath. So in each of the following, a little bit, 1 second, stop. Let X denote the unknown. Full stop now. All right. Derive an equation involving X. Ali,
yes,
do you understand me?
yes, Mr.
Very good. Can you read question A now?
Yes. When a certain number is increased by 7, the result is 18.
Okay, guys, these are very, very simple examples, okay? Don't think that, oh, Mr. Qasim, these questions are too easy, I can solve it. Okay, these are very, very easy questions. Now, we haven't started our football match yet. We are just stretching, doing stretching exercise, okay? So we will start running soon. All right. When a certain number is increased by 7, do we have any idea, information about a certain number? We don't know. So any number, let's say that number is n, and we are increasing this number by 7. That means that n is increased by 7. That is n plus 7. So that is equal to 18. So that's equal to 18. So now what is n? N equals 11.
11.
Right? Minus. Okay, very good. Adnan, read question B.
When a number is decreased by 2 and the result is multiplied by 3, the final result is 24.
You know, Adnan, very actually, Ali, when you read this, I remember my, how to say, past, you know. When I was working in Myanmar, I don't know, you know about Myanmar. Myanmar also, here we have Cambodia. After Cambodia, there's Thailand. After Thailand, this is Myanmar. Myanmar is also a very big country, and the culture and everything, very, very different country. Anyway, I also actually taught there for like 6 years in international schools. I taught like from grade maybe 3 to grade 12 students. Anyway, sometimes I was just passing by Myanmar students, Burmese students. Okay, they were preparing for some kind of English exam, and they were just reading something, but I didn't understand anything. Okay, and one day I asked one of our teachers, oh, Miss Fatima, actually, they are reading something. In what language are you reading? And he told me, oh, Mr. Qasim, you don't understand anything. They are reading in English. Why? I didn't understand, because they were reading like this. In each of the following, let X denote the unknown, derive an equation involving X. When a certain number is increased by 7, the result is 18. When a number is decreased by 2 and the result is multiplied by 3, and the final result is 24. So how do you understand this? There's comma, there's full stop and end, right? Okay, so that's why when you're reading, if you really want to understand, okay, so you need to follow the grammar rules. When a number is decreased by 2, stop a little bit. And the result is multiplied by 3, comma. The final result is 24. Okay, Adnan?
Okay.
Can you read again now? Let's see. It's really okay or not?
When a number is decreased by 2 and the result is multiplied by 3, the final result is 24.
Wow, that's cool. I like it. You're a smart boy. So a
Thanks.
number we don't know is decreased by 2. So let's say that number is y. And we are decreasing by 2. That means that we are just subtracting 2 from this. And the result, this is the result, y minus 2 is the result of this operation, is multiplied by 3. So we are multiplying the result by 3. Okay? So
Have
the
to do
final
everything in
result
reverse.
is 24. Yes, Rahim, what did you say?
I said that we just have to do everything in reverse.
Yeah, Mr. Rob.
Instead of multiplying, we divide, and then instead of minusing, we add. And then we
Mr.
get
Okay. Yeah, actually, for simple questions, Rahim, you can do that, but you'll see that now here, Rahim, you should understand one point. Here, our purpose is not solving this problem. Our purpose is converting this
Understanding.
into algebraic equation. Okay. But that method maybe from primary, it's your first year in secondary school. You will see that now as problems gets a bit more complicated, without using algebra, using the mentality from primary school, you cannot solve those questions. Okay, here we are, even without writing this equation, maybe you can solve this problem. But here we are just practicing how to convert word problems into algebraic equation. And that is actually how we do that, right? Now from here, 3 times y minus 2, another method. This I can write 24 as 3 times 8. So 3 times something equals 3 times something. That means that y minus 2 should be equal to 8. From here, y is equal to 10. So that unknown number is 10. All right.
Wait,
Ariel,
what
your
did you
turn.
do?
Read question C. Ariel.
Yes, that is. When 5 is subtracted from a certain number and the result is multiplied by 7, the final result is 63.
Very good.
So, can I do this one? Or
Yes, a certain number, I don't know. Let's say Tariel's first name is, letter is T. Let's say that a certain number is T. So when 5 is subtracted from T, right? So that is T minus 5. And the result is multiplied by 7. So the result is multiplied by 7. And the final answer is 63. Now, how do you solve this? T minus 5 is equal to 63 is divided by 7. I just divided both sides by 7. And what is T? Now, if I add 5 to both sides, 63 over 7 is 9 plus 5, that's equal to 14. Rahim, read question D.
When a certain number is subtracted from 24 and the result is divided by 5, the final result is 4.
Okay. Suppose that a certain number is, let's say, W. So Rahim,
Yes.
can you tell me the equation?
24 minus W
24 minus
W over 5
over 5
in brackets.
Bracket?
No,
Why?
equals 4. Equals 4.
4, right? Now, on the left-hand side, we have one fraction. On the right-hand side, one fraction. 4, I can write 4 as 4 over 1. So multiply both sides by 5. On the left-hand side, we have 24 minus W. On the right-hand side, 4 times 5, that's equal to 20. Now, minus W. Take 24 to the right-hand side, 20 minus 24, right? From here, minus W equals negative 4, dot, dot, dot. So that unknown number is 4. Just multiply both sides by negative 1. Mr. Adnan, Question E.
Yeah, Mr. Adnan.
Adnan, question E.
The sum of three consecutive numbers is 63.
Okay. Adnan, let's say the first number is X. Okay. So can you just tell me the other two numbers and also tell me your equation? The sum of three consecutive numbers is 63. If the first
I
number is X, Adnan, what is the second number? X plus
Wait.
1, right? And what is the third number? X plus 2. So the sum of these three numbers, that is X plus 1 plus X plus 2. So that is equal to 63. Now, if you simplify the left-hand side, X plus X, that is 3X. 1 plus 2, that's equal to 3. On the right-hand side, we have 63. Now, if you just subtract 3 from both sides, here we have 3x, 3 minus 3 is 0, 63 minus 3, that's equal to 60. What is x? X equals 20, right? Now, if the question is find those three consecutive numbers, so those numbers will be 20, 21, and 22. Okay, Rahim, read question F.
One number is bigger than the other number by 3, and the sum of these two numbers is 43. Okay. Do I say how you write it?
No,
Of course.
Okay. One number. Okay, so x bigger than. No.
Okay, Rahim, if the first number is x, right?
Yes,
one
the other one
number is
n.
bigger than the
Let's
other
say
number
n.
by 3. What is the second number?
Why? Why?
No.
x plus 3, Dumbo.
X minus 3.
Ah,
Atau
If
dia,
the first
Dumbo.
number is 10, next number should be 7. So 10 is 3 greater than 7, right?
okay.
Okay. And the sum of these two numbers is 43. That is x plus x minus 3 is equal to 43. So to x plus x to x, take negative 3 to the
46.
right-hand side, 43 plus 3, that is 46.
23.
So what is x? X equals 23.
20 and 23.
Mr. Kasim.
Zubaydah, can you read question G and tell us how to do question G?
Mr. Kasim.
The sums of a certain number is 16, more than twice the number.
But we didn't write the answer properly in the first one, F.
Rahim, what did you
Two
say?
consecutive numbers. We should write 20 and 23 as the answer, no?
Which one? F?
First, F. Yes. C.
Why?
Because the sum of these two numbers, so 23 minus 3, it will give us x. I mean,
Actually, Rahim,
x
here the question is just we need to write the equation, okay? We don't have to solve this.
Okay.
But here we are
Mr.
also
Kasim.
solving this, okay, in case, but actually we don't have to solve this.
But if we solve,
If you solve this at the time, you need to find this one number. It's saying one number, right? That's unknown number.
that's going to be 23, and the other number is going to be 20.
No. Here we are talking about only one number, this number.
Huh.
If they say that find both
Yes,
numbers, but we can make a lot of different questions. But here,
I didn't understand the question properly. That's why.
Zubaydah, question G, 6 times of a certain number is 16 more than twice the number. Let's say that what variable is, what is it? Let's say P. Let's use P here. Our variable is P. Using P, can you construct or set up your equations, Zubaydah?
Today is Rahim's birthday.
Who? What?
Today is Rahim's birthday.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why you look older than the last class, 1 year older. So what did you do for your birthday, Rahim?
It's today. We're going to my country house. We'll have relatives over.
Corona.
When are you going?
After this class.
Good. Okay, Zebeda, why are you quiet?
I don't know how to solve this.
Okay. So 6 times of a certain number. Let's say the certain number is P. Okay. So 6 times the certain number, that is 6 times P, is 16 more than twice the number. So that is, what is it? Twice the number, 2 times P. And by how much? It is by 16, right? Okay, that's it. So 6 times a certain number, 6P, is 16 more than twice the number, that is 2P plus 16. What is that number? If you have to solve this, take 2P to the left-hand side, 6P minus 2P is equal to 16. 6P
P
minus
equals 4.
4P, that's equal to 16. What is P? P equals 4. So that number is 4. Okay, question H. Tariel, read the question.
The length of a rectangle is 5 meters more than its width, and the perimeter of the rectangle is 32 meters.
Okay. In this kind of questions, especially geometry questions, guys, I suggest you to draw a picture or a diagram or a figure, whatever it is. So it helps you to understand better. Let's say we are talking about this rectangle. And it says that the length of a rectangle is 5 meters more than its width. And let's say its width is W. Then its length should be W plus 5. And the perimeter of the rectangle is 32. So what is a perimeter? Perimeter is 2 times length times width, right? That's equal to 32. Now we can just write everything in terms of one variable. That is 2 times, what is length? Length is W plus 5. And here we have a W is equal to 32. I can write it as 2 times 16. This 2, they cancel out each other. W plus W, that is 2W. And take 5 to the right-hand side, 16 minus 5, which is equal to 11. So if 2 times W is 11, what is W? W equals 11 over 2. Okay, which is equal to 5.5. If W is 5.5, then the length of this rectangle is W plus 5, that's equal to 10.5 meters, also meters. Wagif, it's your turn. Read question I.
Bagula.
I'll be back in a minute.
Party time.
I give?
Yes.
Yes. Rahim, I will call the police on you for making a party with your relatives for your birthday. Plot twist, I'm the police. Just tell me where you live and I will come.
Wagif, did you read it?
I will read
Wagif.
Mr. Yes.
Okay. Good. The length of a rectangle is twice its width, and the perimeter is 54. It's also a similar question. Let's draw a rectangle, and width is W, and length is twice its width. So length should be 2 times W. And how about the perimeter? Perimeter is 2 times length. Length equals to W, and width it is W. So that's equal to 54, which is equal to 2 times 27. And these two cancel each other. 2W plus W, that is 3W. On the right-hand side, we have 3 times 9. And what is W? W is equal to 9. If W is equal to 9, the length of the rectangle is 18. Okay. Guys, now we start solving problems. These questions were just warm-up problems. And now we will start solving real problems. Okay. One by one. Rahim, let's start with you again, and after that Tariel, and after that Professor Adnan and Professor Wagif. Here's Rahim, read the question and let's do it together.
A man is now 3 times as old as his son. In 10 years' time, the sum of their ages will be 76. How old was the man when his son was born? Oof.
Okay. So this kind of age problem, we call this age problems, right? I suggest you, in different way you can solve this. I suggest you first to construct a table. Can we just tabulate the given information? So we are talking about two people, a man and his son, right? Let's say this one is a man and his son is S. So from here, we are talking about two different times. Number one is now, is present time, right? And second one
In
is
10
in
years.
10 years time. So that is plus 10. I can just write plus, you can understand this. So now a man is now 3 times as old as his son. Do we know his son's age right now? We don't know.
No.
And let's say his son is now n years old. And why am I using n? Usually, if actually our answer involves whole numbers, we can use like m or m with any real number at the time x, y, z. But actually, it doesn't matter. Here, so it says that a man is now 3 times as old as his son. So his age must be
3x.
3m. And in 10 years time, so in 10 years time, how old will this man be? That is 3n present age plus 10. And how about his son? His son will be n plus 10, right? And the question is saying that in 10 years time, the sum of their age will be 76. So their age are 3n plus 10. That is man's age plus
And then
n
n plus
plus 10. Son's
76.
age. So this will be equal to 76, okay? And this kind of solution, why is it important? Because in many international exams, okay, especially structured problems, you need to show your work. If you do not show your work, you cannot get full score, okay? Just writing the correct answer, it doesn't actually give you full score. That's why step by step, we need to learn how to solve problems in a systematic way. Anyway, so next step is just we need to solve this algebraic equation. Here, if you simplify this, 3n plus n, that is 4n. 10 plus 10, that's equal to 20. On the right-hand side, we have 76. First, I take 20 to the right-hand side. 4n equals 76 minus 20. So n is equal to 76 minus 20, that's equal to 56. And divide both sides by 4, so is equal to 14. Okay, but now it's just the solution of this equation, but we haven't answered the question yet. It says that how old was the man when his son was born? Okay, that is our first step. This is our second step. Rahim, answer the question. How old was the man when his son was born?
Okay, so his son in 10 years, we got his age to be 14, right?
Yes, so this man's age, now son, now it is 14. So what is man's age here? Then he is 42 years old.
This was 10 years ago. This was 10 years. So 10
Wait,
years
wait,
ago, he
Mr.
was 4.
Qasim. But Mr.
So that is
Qasim,
42 minus 14. That's equal to 28. How old
huh?
was the man when his son was born, right? If his son is 14 years old, when
Multiply
was
the
his son
number
born?
times by
14 years
3.
ago, right?
But Mr.
4
Qasim,
multiplied
look,
by
Mr. Qasim, but
Yes.
but we found that his son is 14 in 10 years. But 10 years ago he was 4, yes?
No,
Yeah.
Rahim, Tariel,
Not
here
yet.
here it says that
yeah.
we are just in the condition saying that in 10 years time, after 10 years, the sum of the year age. But right now, how old is his son? Right now his son is n
But
years
you know
old.
why I'm saying? You know why I'm saying?
Because we calculated in 10 years.
Yeah, I know how Mr. Qasim did it, and I understood. But they asked that they said that the man was 3 times as old as his son 10 years ago. So when his son was 4, he was 3 times as
Yes,
old.
that's what I'm saying too. So right now we calculated the son's age 10 years from now. If 10 years from now, son's age is 14, that means also 10 years ago, if the man's age was 3 times the son's age is now 10 years later 14. And then 10 years ago, it's 4. So 4 multiplied by 3. So when the man had his child, he was 12.
No, guys. Anyway, here we just start from the present time. A man is means we are talking about present time. Now 3 times as old as his son. Right now, his son is n years old. Then his father, man, he must be 3n years old. In 10 years' time, the father will be 3n plus 10. That is father's age after 10 years. And also, actually, the son is growing. After 10 years, his age will be n plus 10 years old. Okay. And in the question, it's saying that after 10 years, the sum of their age is 76. So after 10 years, this is man's age. After 10 years, this son's age. So together, that's equal to 76. But solving this equation, we got n. What is n? N is the son's present age. If now, because as you see here, n is the son's present age. If the son is 14 years old now, so when he was born, that means that 14 years ago, his father was 28 years old. So the answer to the question is his father was 28 when his son was born.
Okay, Mr. Kassim.
Are you sure? Okay. If it is okay, it's okay. Okay. You will solve the next question. Okay, I will give you 4 minutes. You will solve question 18. Let's solve this question together.
I hit myself.
Find 3 consecutive odd numbers whose sum is 57. Right? Let the first number is n. So we are talking about odd numbers, right? So the next number should be n plus 2. And the third number should be n plus 4. So the sum of these numbers, that is n plus n plus 2 plus n plus 4, that's equal to 57. So the question is find 3 consecutive numbers. So we have to find those 3 numbers. So if you simplify this expression, n plus n plus n, that's equal to
3n equals 51.
6 equals 57. 3n is equal to 51. And what is n? 51 is divided by 3. That's equal to 17. So dot, dot, dot. Those 3 numbers are 17, 19, and 21.
22. 21.
9 plus 10. 21.
Guys, are you ready? You are going to solve the next question. I will give you
Ready
3
for
minutes.
Ready for
Only
what?
3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I will not accept any.
But you said 4 minutes first.
Ready?
Yes.
Go.
Okay. Okay, time starts now. Read, understand, and solve it, and tell me, write your answer to me, okay, separately in chat box. Not to everybody.
Oh my God, why is this so hard? How many minutes do we have, Mr. Kasim?
1 minute, 25 seconds left. Finished, Tariel?
No, I'm not close. I don't understand how.
I don't know how to do this. I'm just plus
Tariel, we have
12 and
just started
14
our football
randomly.
match. And we didn't score any goal, but you feel tired.
I'm just randomly adding in calculator 12 plus 14, 14, 14, 14 plus 12 to get 660.
That's not fair.
Zubaydah,
You
how
can't
about
do
you?
that.
Are you solving?
Yes, I am.
Say again, Zubaydah. What did you say?
I'm solving.
Okay. Wagif, how about you?
Mr. I'm solving.
Mr. Ali, how about you?
Yes, Mr.
Finished? Did you get any answer?
No, Mr. I'm still doing.
Are you solving or
You
just?
did all the easy ones.
Okay, time is up.
At least I had some answer.
I have no
Rahim,
answer.
what is that? Altogether 50x. Okay. Guys,
Mr. Kasim, you did all the easy ones as example and then gave us the hardest one.
no, this is not hard. A very easy question. Look. A woman buys 50x. Some cost 12 cents and the rest 14 cents each. Okay, so we are talking about two different eggs. One is 12 cents, right? Another one is 14 cents. Okay, so we are talking about two different eggs. So how many of each kind of eggs has she bought? Altogether, we know that she bought 50 eggs, right? Tariel, this question is for you. Suppose that she bought n 12-cent eggs. If she bought n 12-cent eggs, how many 14-cent eggs did she buy?
Huh?
Huh?
If she buys n,
Minus 2.
50 minus n.
why?
Because if this one is 20, this should be 30. If this one is 25, this should be 25. If this one is 5, it should be 45. Because altogether she bought 50 eggs, right?
Okay.
So if this one is n, this should be 50 minus n.
Wait. I am confused right now.
Because together, this 12-cent number of 12-cent eggs and 14-cent eggs, how many? 50, right? As you see here, n plus 50 minus n is equal to 50. What is n plus 50 minus n? That's equal to 50.
How is it equal to? Because n minus n cancel each other out and we have only 50 left, for example.
Yeah. But this point is very important. We are going to use this a lot. If you don't understand, you cannot solve problems.
So then
Because
I'm
if, for example, let's say Tariel and Rahim together, they have $50 together.
Yeah.
So if Tariel has 20, then Rahim should have 30 because together it is 50, right? If Tariel has 10, Rahim has 40. If Tariel has n dollars, then Rahim should have 50 minus n dollars. Anyway, so if you're buying n eggs, which each actually egg costs 12 cents, and 50 minus n eggs each cost 14, and in total you paid $6.60. So we have to solve this equation. From here, what is the total cost of this 12-cent eggs? That is 12 times m, right? That is quantity, the individual price, plus how about this one? That is 14 cents each. How many did we buy? We buy 50 minus m. On the right-hand side, in total, we paid 6.60. And also first we have to change or convert this dollars into cents, which is equal to 660 cents. Units must be the same, right? So now I can just drop the units on the right hand side. We have 660. That is our algebraic equation that represents this word problem. Now we have to solve this.
Mr. Kasim, I didn't understand the 50 minus n part.
What does Rahim this 50 minus n mean? It is the number of x, right? Number of 15 cent x. If you buy, for example, 5 here, how much do you pay for that? 5 times 14. If you buy 10, you have to pay 10 times 14. But here, if you're buying 50 minus nx, how much do you have to pay? So you have 50 minus
yes,
nx,
yes,
50 minus n times 14.
Yes.
So, okay, we'll continue here. Now, 12n plus 14 times 50, 5 times 14, it is 70. One more zero, it is 700. Minus 14 times n, it is 14n. On the right-hand side, 660. And 12n minus 14n, that's equal to negative 2n, equals 660. Take 700 to the right-hand side. Here we have minus 700. So from here, minus 2n is equal to 660 minus 700. That's equal to minus 40. So what is n? N equals minus 40 is divided by negative 2, which is equal to 20. Right? If n equals 20, that means that the lady, the woman, bought 20 12-cent x and 50 minus 20, and she bought 30 40-cent x.
After you write the algebraic equation, it's so easy to continue.
But it was hard to understand that.
Yes. No, it wasn't hard to understand. You understand the problem, but it's hard to write it as an equation.
And that's why, Rahim, based on this fact, Mr. Einstein said that understanding a problem means solving the problem like 95%.
Professor Einstein.
If you yeah, Professor Einstein, if you understand, then you can write this equation. If you don't understand, you cannot write this equation. Guys, before I continue, did I tell you actually about your test results?
You already checked them.
And did I show you or not?
No, don't show to everybody. What do you mean?
Why not?
Because I know I'm not going to get like over 55.
Tariel, if it is 55, it will be great, but scores are very, very low, like 20, 25 out of 100. Okay, I can whisper your score to your ears. You know? Tariel, are you listening to me? Okay. All right, let's continue. Later I can share with you, but the result is not good. So guys, it's okay. You have to practice more problems. Rahim, what did you say?
Is this SASMO styled questions?
Of course.
Yes, these are SASMO style.
Rahim, it is SASMO style, but these are the most very important problems in math. If you do not understand this kind of problems, you cannot improve your math. Now, from now on, Rahim, we are going to solve every problem using this method, this algebraic method.
But now we have 10 minutes left. Can we do SASMO style questions?
No, Vaki, we will do SASMO type questions in February, after next week.
Okay.
In February, 2 weeks, we will solve only SASMO questions. But now, first, you have to practice these questions. First, this question must be piece of cake for you, okay? If it is hard and still SASMO, actually, SASMO type questions are similar like this, but a bit harder than this. Okay, continue. The last problem. Okay. Let's see who's left here. Mr.
Ariel.
Bahram, are you there? Why are you so quiet?
Bahram is drinking tea. Huh? He's too busy. Bahram is drinking tea. He is too busy.
If he's drinking tea, it's fine. But if he's sleeping, that's a problem. Okay.
Can we eat at your lessons? Because Rahim eats at every lesson.
Mr. Kasim, did you got my test? Yes. Okay, guys, that's the last question. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Lady Gaga.
after we finish this, I'm going to give you a lot of questions I have already shared with you. Practice these word problems, okay? You will see that if you solve these questions, and you will make a lot of improvements. This is a really important chapter. Anyway, John walked for 45 minutes at the rate of 3 kilometers per hour, and then ran for half an hour at a certain speed. At the end of that time, he was 6 kilometers away from the starting point. How fast did he run? Okay, and let's say John started from here. First he walked from somewhere here, okay, from A to B. He walked. After that, he just realized that he was getting late for school, and he started running. From B to C, he ran. And he says that John walked 45 minutes at the rate of 3 kilometers per hour. Here, his speed was 3 kilometers per hour. And walk how many minutes? He walked for 45 minutes. But immediately, since the speed is given in kilometers per hour, we have to change this minutes into hours.
0.45.
Minutes into hours, that is 45 over 60 hours. And if you simplify this, 45 equals 15
0.
times 3. So that's equal to 3 over 4 hours. And after that, it says that then ran for half an hour at a certain speed. Okay, so actually here ran for half an hour. So here time is half an hour is 1 over 2 hours. And what is his speed? I don't know. Let's say his speed is as kilometers per hour. At the end of that time, he was 6 kilometers away from the starting point, right? And the starting point is A, right? Because he started moving from A. How fast did he run? So the question is, we need to find the speed of his running, okay? So from A to B, we know that we are just going to use this formula, right? What is distance? Distance equals speed times time. So from A to B, that's the first part of the distance, and B to C, second part, right? And it says that at the end of the time, he was 6 kilometers away from the starting point, and from A to B, the distance is 3. Is it 3? No, I don't know. We don't know. So let's say from A to B, right? The distance is D1. From B to C, the distance is, let's say, D2. Yes.
So he passed 2.75. So A to B was 2.75 kilometers. No?
What do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean?
Okay. So the total distance here, it says that from A to C, then D1 plus D2, that's equal to 6 kilometers. All right. So what is D1? Let's see here from A to B, right? D1 is equal to speed times time. Speed is 3 kilometers per hour, and time is 3 over 4, which is equal to 9 over 4 kilometers. So the distance between point A and point B is 9 over 4 kilometers. And from here, how about D2? D2 is equal to speed times time, right? And what is time? Time is half, 1 over 2. And how about speed? It is S. And what we know here is D1 plus D2, right, is equal to 6. So what is D1? It is 9 over 4. And D2, 1 over 2S. So that's equal to 6. So from here, we need to find S. Now, if you multiply both sides by 4, 4 times 9 over 4, that is 9. 4 times 1 over 2, that's equal to 2S. 4 times 6, that's equal to 24. So 2S is equal to 24 minus 9, it is 15. So S is equal to 15 over 2, which is equal to 7.5 kilometers per hour. So actually, John ran at the speed of 7.5 kilometers per hour.
That's not very fast. How slow is John?
That's not our problem.
How slow is John? Very slow.
Guys, thank you very much. I will finish today's class by this quote. Maybe we have read this before. If you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate Tariel, Rahim, Wagif, Zebeyde, Ali, and the others. Okay. Have a nice weekend. I will see you next week. Okay, next week again, more word problems we will practice together. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay then. Guys, see you. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend. See you next week. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Mr. Kasim, I'm still here.
Taria, what did you say?
I'm still here. I don't know why.
What?
I'm still here.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Have a nice weekend, Mr. Kasim.
Yeah,
See you
you
next.
too, Taria. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.